Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the United States never existed. No New York, no Hollywood, no NASA, no Silicon Valley. The world you know would simply disappear. But could that really have happened? Believe it or not, history came closer to that reality than most people realize. Tonight, we're opening the timeline where the United States was never born. The year was 1775. 13 British colonies in North America stood on the edge of rebellion. For years, they had lived under British rule. They paid Britain's taxes, obeyed Britain's laws, and fought Britain's wars. But something was changing. The colonists no longer wanted to be ruled by a king thousands of miles away. They wanted something the world had rarely seen before, a nation built on the idea of freedom. So they did the impossible. They declared independence and challenged the most powerful empire on earth. The Revolutionary War had begun. Against all odds, the colonies fought back, hungry, exhausted, and hopelessly outnumbered. They refused to surrender. Then, history reached its turning point. In our timeline, Britain lost the war, and in 1776, a new nation was born, the United States of America. But tonight, we're changing just one moment. Imagine, Britain's army wins the war. The rebellion is crushed. The Declaration of Independence is never more than a forgotten piece of paper. George Washington is captured before victory can ever become reality. The stars and stripes are never raised, and the United States is never born. At first, it seems like only America has changed, but in reality, the entire future of humanity has just taken a different path. Almost nothing seems different. Life goes on. The 13 colonies remain under British rule. London celebrates its greatest victory. The British Empire grows even stronger, believing it has secured North America forever. But history has already started changing. Without an independent United States, there is no constitution to inspire future democracies, no Bill of Rights. That becomes a global symbol of individual freedom. The idea that ordinary people can build a nation of their own spreads far more slowly across the world. As the decades pass, Britain becomes even more powerful. Its influence stretches across continents, from Europe to Asia to North America. Meanwhile, France never receives the same inspiration from a successful American Revolution. The balance of power in Europe begins to shift in ways no one could have imagined. Then, another unexpected consequence appears. There is no United States to grow into an industrial giant, no New York becoming the financial capital of the world, no Silicon Valley leading the digital revolution, no Hollywood shaping global entertainment. The movies, music, and technology that define modern culture emerge somewhere else, or perhaps much later. And then comes the biggest question of all. If there is no United States, who becomes the world's next superpower? Britain, a united Europe, or someone else entirely? The answer changes the 20th century forever. The world is almost impossible to recognize. Without the United States, history follows a very different path. The First World War may still erupt, but without America's massive economic and military support, its ending could look completely different. And if that changes, the Second World War might never unfold the way we remember it. The balance of power shifts, new alliances rise, old empires survive longer, then comes the race for the future. But there is no NASA, no Apollo missions, no American flag on the moon. Perhaps humanity reaches space decades later, or perhaps another nation takes that historic first step. The digital revolution changes too. Without Silicon Valley, the internet might develop somewhere else, at a different speed, with different rules. The phone in your pocket, the websites you visit, even the AI you're using right now, could have been created by completely different countries, or arrive years later. Even global culture feels unfamiliar. No Hollywood dominating cinema, no worldwide influence from American music, fashion, or brands. The world doesn't stop moving. It simply moves in another direction. And that's the strangest part of alternate history. When one nation disappears, the entire future quietly rewrites itself. The world continues moving forward. People build cities, invent new technologies, and dream about the future. But it is a future, unlike anything we know. Without the United States, history doesn't stop. It simply chooses another road. Some nations become stronger, others fade into history. Perhaps the world becomes more stable, or perhaps even more divided. No one can say for certain. Because alternate history isn't about predicting the future. It's about understanding how one decision can change everything. The United States wasn't just another country. Its rise influenced politics, science, business, entertainment, and the lives of billions of people across the globe. Remove one nation, and the entire story of humanity begins to unfold differently. So, what if the United States had never existed? Would our world be more peaceful? Or would we have lost one of history's greatest forces for innovation? We'll never know, because history chose a different path. But now it's your turn. Would you want to live in that alternate world? Or are you grateful for the one we have today? Tell us in the comments. And subscribe to What If Vault, where every question unlocks another reality.